Hi everyone, I'm Renee and welcome to my channel. Today I have a Christmas cake for you. We're going to make a little fondant covered cake decorated with a Christmas snowman, perfect for the holiday season. Let's get started. I've already iced my cake with buttercream and went ahead and smoothed it, and now I'm going to cover it with some light blue fondant. I'm working with a 6-inch cake here, but you can always scale this design up or down for your needs, or even make a cute little cupcake topper by just cutting a round of the light blue fondant. Once your fondant is nice and smooth, go ahead and trim the excess neatly at the base of the cake. I've rolled out some white fondant for the base of the snowman, and I'm going to use a large circle cutter that nicely fits most of the space on top of the cake, and just cut one circle, making sure I have clean edges, and then just trim a straight line across the top. Use some water and attach this to the bottom of the cake to leave space for the hat at the top. For the hat, I've pre-rolled some ropes of fondant in red, light green, dark green, and white. I'll be using different lengths of these to make the stripes. I'm going to just trim lengths of them and then flatten them slightly with my hand. Then just use a little bit of water to attach these on top of that white circle. I'm going to make sure that I stagger the sizes of these lengths smaller as they go up so that it will be a nice pointed triangle like a Santa hat shape. I rolled the dark green a little bit thinner just so I have some differences in the thickness of these stripes. Once I'm at the top of the cake, I'm rolling out some white, and this will be the little bend in the hat. It's going to be a white stripe, so I made sure it was as wide as I need it to be, and I'm going to trim the sides and straighten up the bottom. I want it to kind of be a pointed shape. I straightened the top of it and then used an embossing tool to make a crease so that I can fold that over and it's not going to be too bulky. And just use a little bit of water to attach this piece. And I'll just finish off the tip of this hat with a red and a green stripe. Now I rolled out a rope of ivory fondant and I'm going to twist this. This is going to be the brim of the hat or the band, and I want it to be a contrasting color. So I made this little rope, I twisted it, and I will flatten it a little bit so it will kind of look knit. Trim it to the width of the hat. Make sure the edges are nice and curved and soft, and then attach that with water. I'm also attaching a flattened ball of that ivory fondant to be a little pom-pom on the tip of this hat. And then I want to give these pieces texture so they look a bit fluffy or just different than the rest of the pieces of the hat. So I'm stippling them with the pointy tip of a cell pin, but you could just use a toothpick if you don't have one of these. And the last thing I'm going to do for this hat is give a little bit more detail to this wide light green stripe by just putting a few dots of red fondant. I'm giving the snowman some nice rosy cheeks by dusting on some carnation pink petal dust. Now I'm going in with a tiny ball tool that I just dipped in some black gel color that I thinned with some vodka, and I'm going to make two little eyes. And then with a medium ball tool, I'm making the little dots to be the snowman's mouth. And looking at the size of the dots for the mouth, I think that the eyes need to be just a little bit bigger, so I'll fix that. Here I have a strip of red fondant that I rolled out, and I'm just squaring off the ends. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to make some little frayed edges. This is going to be his scarf. And then using some stitching tool, I'm going to make some stripes across this scarf. And using the other end of this tool, I'm going to just quickly emboss some marks so that it will look like the knit of a scarf. And I'm just alternating the direction that I'm going between each of those stitched lines. The scarf will have to be added in 2 pieces to get the look I'm after, so I'm going to trim off about 1/3 from one end, and then when I add it to the cake it will overlap like that. So to make it look like it's wrapping around the snowman, I've just folded down the end and the top edge of the scarf so it will lay like that. But first I need to add the smaller piece because it's going to fold over the larger piece. Then I'll go ahead and add the longer piece using water to attach it, and then water to attach the end, and then just fold the smaller piece down so it will look like it's wrapped around the snowman. Go ahead and use water to attach in places where it's necessary so that it will hold in place. And that's it for the snowman. I'm going to add some detail to the top of this cake by using some little white dots in the background. This will make it look like it's snowing behind the snowman. And the final detail is to add some of these white dots around the bottom of the cake, staggered, so it looks like a little snowy border. And that's it. This snowman is so cute and so festive for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you like this video, here are a couple of my other videos that I think you might enjoy.